All right, I don't normally do reviews, but I had some Bibles laid out because I was taking a picture and showing for a friend of mine on a rebind I did for him. But I just want to show a couple of things. This one's just extra, but some people looking, and I noticed as I looked and tried to find reviews on these are all King James, by the way. That's all I use. Just if you see the text in Koy, that's not the point of the video. I'm just saying. So in that sense, they're all the same as far as comparison right now. But the one thing I found is there are some excellent reviews out there, and I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I don't have a big channel or anything. I'm not worried about any of that stuff. But one thing that I looked for specifically is we know that Allan, Schuyler, Cambridge, we know the quality is there. But one thing that I looked at, now this is my Cambridge Concord. I rebounded. This is not a Cambridge cover. I rebounded. I did not like that for the price point. They had a synthetic cover, and since I can do rebind, I just redid it because I wanted to. But the point of my video today is more about the font. We know quality. This is a calfskin Allan. Excellent calfskin. If you like, don't be afraid of it because it's calfskin and not goat skin. I'll tell you, this is the nicest calfskin Bible I have ever seen. I'm still thinking about rebinding it just because that's what I do, and I may do it. But I'll probably get some hate mail because of that. But anyway, I promise you, this is the beautiful calfskin. It's soft. It's flexible. It does everything it needs to do. The other thing, if you get a goat skin, and a lot of the Allan goat skins are full yap, so if the bigger yap is a concern, get the calfskin, and you don't have the yap, and they're still beautiful Bibles. This is the Schuyler. This is goat skin, and but the biggest thing is readability. I look at. I just picked stuff. It doesn't need the same passage. I'm just looking at the font. So now the font's bigger. This is a smaller font in the Cambridge, so it's not an exact comparison. I'm just talking about style. Go where somewhere black is these two Bibles are no red letter. So, but the style between Cambridge, the old style, where they all have different names for the fonts or whatever. I know this is a Concord versus the Cameo is a little different. I understand all that. That's not my point. I'm just looking at readability. Is it easy to read? I have some eye trouble. I'm even getting ready for surgery and stuff, and I can still read for the most part. I have no trouble reading the Cambridge, even though it's a smaller font. Once in a while, lighting bad and all that, but I'm just saying it is. So I wanted something a little bigger, so I got the deal on this Allan, and I like the Allan. It's still bold. The Cambridge and the Allan have more of a bold print. The Allan is not as bold in the print as the Cambridge, but it's a bold compared to the Schuyler. It's a nice font, same size font as the Allan, but it's not as bold. And the paper is a little bit different tone to it, a lighter color. I don't know if that's showing up well on the camera. What it reminds me of is, if you've ever looked at or seen one, or seen a Nelson Comfort print, a Bible, it sort of reminds me of that. It's not the same as that. That's not a good comparison, but it just reminds me of that. It's a soft kind of, the bold print in these other Bibles they stand out. I like that personally, but they stand out, and it's just bold. White paper, bold print. You come over here to the Schuyler, and it's just a softer kind of feel to it. I think the paper is just a little bit duller, maybe more of an off-white kind of thing, and I don't know if you can see that well on the camera or not. I'm just using my phone here, but so it's a softer, and then it not being a bold print, even though it's the same size font, it's a duller. I said it just reminds me. I'm not comparing it to the Comfort print with Nelson. I'm just saying it's enough that it reminds me of that. Anyway, that's it. And one more real quick thing. Sometimes people ask, especially preachers. I know this is a big deal to me. Not necessarily a total deal breaker on the Bible. If the window allow it, if not. But I can open to Genesis chapter 1 and the Bible stays open. But notice I got a little bit of a slant crease here to pull it to this direction. That's because the Bible has a lot of cardstock. All the introduction page, the name pages and all that stuff. It's a heavier cardstock, so the cardstock is actually holding the page up. So if I want that to lay flatter, I need to kind of tilt the book a little bit. So that's one thing there. The Allan in that area, I think, is a little bit worse. It has even more, several page or 10 pages of cardstock here. So that's going to stand up more if I try to lay it flat, unless I tweak it, and then I can get it to lay flat. So it works, but it's not a binding issue. It's certainly not the cover being too stiff. If I go to another place and want to pick up the Bible, man, I mean, it's flexible. It bends. It lays flat, nice and easy. But at the beginning of the book, the Genesis deal, test some people call it, is there's a lot of card stock in the front of the Bible. So that's just something to be aware of. But I hope maybe this is helpful, just in trying to get a feel for the readability of it. Again, just real quick, one quick pan. Here's a Cambridge Concord as far as the style. This is Allan Longprimer, and the Schuyler Canterbury, and just a little bit in the reading style, and just they have a little bit different look. Not good or bad. That's all going to be preference stuff, but just trying to give you a feel if you're looking for one or the other. Maybe this will be helpful.